What's up, people? In this video, I will be addressing your assumptions about me. I was going to do this live, but I only have like an hour and a half before I have to get to the airport to fly to Vietnam. So I didn't want to like take the chance that I'd be like waiting around too long for like everybody to get here and blah blah blah. So like I figured it'd probably be easier to just do it like this. So surprisingly, I actually got a lot of people posting or commenting on that post. I honestly didn't think anybody would post, but a lot of people did, so I have a lot to talk about, I guess. Also, by the way, what do you think about my new thumbnail format? Right, I thought I would try this, but these videos have pretty much all been doing pretty badly, except for Stephanie Buttermore and Greg Doucette videos. Pretty much all of these, well, not all of them, but like most of like the excuse me, these old school thumbnails, quote unquote old school, with like the meme text, these do better than like these newer ones with like the background and stuff like that. And I think the reason for that is because this is like recognizable as my style of thumbnail with like my face here and with like this type of writing. So people who like my videos are more likely to click those. But what I thought I would do is I would combine the two. So here you can clearly see it's still me, but now I also have, you know, words with like colors and stuff like that, which seems to work pretty well for the Stephanie Buttermore video. Anyway, here we go. But oh yeah, anyway, the point of that was like, leave me a comment, let me know what type of thumbnail you think is better, by the way. So let me know. All right, do you like my old thumbnails better with like the meme text, or do you like my new thumbnails with like the, you know, color and background stuff? But I just woke up, give me a break. Okay, so let's take a look. Hey everyone, I'm going to do a responding to your assumptions about me video. So comment your assumptions down below and you will live stream the answers or make a video about them. Okay, 20 commenterinos. I have an hour and a half-ish to answer these. Assumption number 1. Fraud. You ain't living abroad at all. You are filming in your mom's basement using the green screen. No. I actually am abroad. I have my passport here, coincidentally, because I am flying. I can even show you on my passport, although I guess this could be faked as well. But let's see here. Here we go. You should be able to see this, right? I don't know. Can you see this here? I mean, I know you're joking, but like if you look there, right? If you look there, it says I need to leave on the 23rd of August, which is tomorrow. Oh shit, that's today. Shit, my bad. Extension of stay permitted up to blah blah blah. Yeah, anyway, I have to leave today, have a flight later. So yeah, you know, did I fake my passport? Maybe, it's possible. Who knows? No, but I'm in Thailand and I will be in Vietnam. I got a visa for 3 months, so be in Vietnam for 3 months and then we will see how life goes. Probably won't stay there any longer. I'm thinking either, I don't know, I honestly might come back to Thailand after that because like it'll put me in November and I don't want to go anywhere where it's like cold in the wintertime. Why would I want to do that? That sounds awful. So I might just end up coming back to Thailand, which, not like I don't like it here. I love Thailand. Just kind of in the mood for Tel Aviv. I just feel like I need to go back to Israel for a little bit. But who knows? I'll probably just come to Thailand. Like, you know, okay, I love Tel Aviv, blah, 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 but like I want to have nice weather and go to the beach. Okay, number 2, ED. You aren't able to prioritize someone else's wants and needs above your own, so your relationships often fail/don't last. I wasn't aware that in a relationship you prioritize someone else's wants and needs above your own. That doesn't sound like the type of relationship I would want to be in. Is that what a relationship is? You're talking about a romantic relationship? You know, most relationships don't work out, statistically speaking. Most of them fail, right? Like how many people have you dated versus the one that you might be in now that's quote unquote successful, right? I'm actually, you wouldn't know it from these videos, but I'm actually very nice, very giving, like kind person who does a lot for other people. Like I said, you wouldn't know it from these videos because in these videos I really just kind of give my opinion on health and fitness, which I consider to be quality quality opinions because I have a lot of knowledge on the subject, and it seems like many other people do not have knowledge on the subject. So I don't know. So I guess I come off like a dick, I guess. But I'm fully capable of prioritizing someone else's needs and wants. And in a relationship, I probably do that too much. But they do often fail / not last, clearly. Like, I'm not in one now. Best relationship I ever had, shout out to my German ex-girlfriend, who probably doesn't watch my videos, but she was cool. She was cool. She cooked all the time. She had a great body. I've never laughed like so hard with a girl ever as much as I laughed with her. Anyway, enough of that nonsense. And I like how this one got 3 likes. My assumption: you are super judgmental and have very high standards of people, but generally keep them to yourself and are actually harder on yourself than others. Did you get this from like a horoscope or something? Did you like read your daily horoscope and just like paste it in here? I'm kind of joking, but I'm actually not joking really at all, because that sounds like a horoscope. But isn't everybody super judgmental and has very high, like, don't we all normally just like look down on everyone and secretly think that we're better than everybody else? Is that not part of the human experience to do that? I do that, of course. Super judgmental. Yeah, I mean, I try to make a conscious effort to be aware of the fact that I judge. Like, there's a famous quote, it's something like, I'm gonna mess it up, but it's something like, we're so, how does it go? It's like, we're so quick to judge other people for their faults, but we're so forgiving of our own, something like that. And I guess I could say that I'm hard on myself. It just depends, I guess, in what area. Some areas I am pretty hard on myself, but isn't everybody? Don't we all have areas where we're hard on ourselves? Regarding, I guess, like my looks and my physical fitness, not so much. Some things, like I'd like to be more flexible, but I'm not like, oh God, I'm not flexible enough. Oh, I hate myself. I'm such a bad person. In terms of like the money stuff, because it's no secret I don't make a lot of money, but like the more like Gary V videos that I watch, the more okay that he makes it to be kind of to be broke and hungry. You know what I mean? I like that feeling of being broke and hungry, which is why I work so hard on all these videos. I mean, I guess you could say I don't really work that hard on these videos, but I spend several hours a day recording video, you know what I mean? And putting it up either as a live stream or as several small, like bite-sized pieces of content if I'm reviewing somebody else's videos. So, and I if honestly, if I had like millions of dollars and was like flying everywhere in a private jet and getting like sponsorship calls, I might not work that hard. I remember watching the Jersey Shore. Man, this video is gonna be long. I remember watching the Jersey Shore one time, and one of the guys said, he's like, my uncle always told me that it's okay to keep the bank account low as long as you look good, or as long as your clothes stay fresh, or something like that, right? And I was like, God, that's brilliant. That's actually like very smart. And say what you want about the guys on the Jersey like on that show, but very good looking guys, very good style, very new clothes, obviously very well put together. So yeah, interesting. I know that didn't have much to do with what you said, but anyway, you had big dreams, but life crushed them. So now you don't give a F. Lamau. Didn't we all? Honestly, my big dreams, like growing up as a kid, my big dream, I wanted to be a super soldier, right? I really wanted to join the Marines, right? That was like my thing. I read a book when I was very young. It was, you guys know the game Doom, right? Like the old school, like first person shooter, like the first really popular first person shooter game. There was a series of novels, 4 science fiction novels about that book in like the Doom universe, you could call it. And I read all of those books, no joke, at least 10 times each. My favorite was the first one, which I must have read about 20 times. Actually, 20 times I read that book. And in the book, the main character was a space marine. Like all kind of the main characters were space marines. And I was just like, wow, like Marines are awesome, right? Now, in my mind, I like associated it to U.S. Marines, right? Because it was kind of the same, I was like, wow, Marines are so hardcore. I want to be a Marine. And this is from like 6th, 7th grade onwards. I was like, that was like what I was going to do. I was like, I'm going to be a Marine. I'm joining the Marines. That's what I'm going to do. when I graduated, and even in high school, I was like talking to recruiters. I took the ASVAB twice. Um, not because I failed. I took it once in high school. It's like the easiest test in the world, and then I took it again later. I don't want to get into it, but anyway, the results expire after 3 years, whatever. Um, just ended up going to college afterwards. Didn't join the Marines, which is, felt like I missed out. Still kind of feel like I missed out, although I did do the Israeli army, so like, got my fix of like military life. But yeah, I wanted to be a super soldier. That was like my dream. As far as like after that, like after I joined the army, like once you have your rite of passage as a man, it's kind of like you're kind of like, okay, now what? Now what do I do? Like, is all that's left to just like make money? Like, is that the point of life now? And I guess in that area, I've been struggling. I mean, I've had periods where I've made money, and also extended periods where I have not had a lot of money at all. But it's like you kind of go. It's like, why am I doing this, right? Like, why do I talk about Tel Aviv so much? Because when I was there, I didn't care about money. Nobody who lives in Tel Aviv cares about money. Nobody moves there for the money. You move there for the lifestyle, right? You move there for the beach. You move there for like the attractive people. You move there for like the fun in the sun and like good lifestyle that you have, even though you're not going to make a lot of money there. You know what I mean? And it's just such a more satisfying lifestyle. I gotta stop talking about it. It's really making me want to go back there. Okay, your parents are definitely wealthy or very well off. Negative. That is negative. Not true. No offense, Mom. I don't know if you'll ever watch this, but like, nothing against them. They're good. I never went hungry. Right? Let's put it that way. But in terms of like well off or very wealthy, no, wrong. Not true at all. My dad is a career salesman. Very good salesman, always like one of the top salespeople at whatever company he's at. But we've never like, we always like driven old cars, like never wore, like you see all these like Supreme, all this stuff. Like this is like, I don't want to say it. It's a bad word. I don't think I'm famous enough that I can say the N word on my channel, but what they call it N word rich. I feel so like politically correct saying that, but like, last thing I need is to like incur the wrath of some like politically correct idiot. Whatever. Anyway, this is new money. My like $8 like fake Supreme shirt. Right. This is what I spend my own money on. But yeah, parents definitely not wealthy. Definitely not well off. I don't have a trust fund. I have like thousands of dollars in credit card debt. Like I don't even want to tell you like how bad my financial situation is. I'm not saying theirs is so bad. Theirs is probably better than mine. But yeah, no, I don't come from like a wealthy family at all. I come from, I would say, here's the thing about Jewish people. We may not be wealthy, although a lot of Jewish people are, but we're classy. So like you might think I'm wealthy because like I'm well spoken, I'm intelligent, I'm so handsome, I'm like such a catch. You can't understand why I'm still single. No, I'm joking. But anyway, bottom line, no, wrong. You didn't buy a tripod yet. I did buy a tripod. Hold that thought. This is my tripod. I bought it. I'll show you. We'll do a tripod unboxing video. I bought this the other day. The one that I bought probably too big. This is a 2-meter tripod, but I figured I might as well buy the biggest one. $20 also, by the way. Anyway, you can see that. It's a tripod, right? Pretty cool. Have I actually used it? No, I have not. Also haven't done any mukbang videos. Not sure what my living situation will be like when I go to Vietnam, whether I will be filming, like whether I'll stay in a guest house by myself like I have been now and have the privacy to film in a room like I have been now, or if I'll stay in hostels. I kind of feel like staying in hostels for a little bit just because I want like a little bit more social interaction with people. So I'm gonna have to figure something out with regards to filming. Maybe I'll just go to a park and like film myself in public and be embarrassed, whatever, I don't give a shit. Anyway, Carolina Pakula, girl, I bought a tripod. Huge hangover can't stop you from going to the gym. Depends how huge. If it's really bad, if I'm like really hungover, I won't go to the gym. I won't. I'll take the day off and eat all day, basically. But a mild hangover, I'll go to the gym the next day, right? If I'm mildly hungover, I'll still go for sure. My problem is that I wake up very early. Like, when you wake up very early for a very long time, for an extended period of time, like you just naturally start waking up early. Like it's like cemented into my body at this point. Um, so if I'm up, like let's say I go out, right, and I drink whatever, come back at like 2, like I don't do like 5 a.m. nights anymore. Like I haven't in forever. Like rare that I even see like 2 a.m. to be honest with you. Hopefully that will change in the near future as I like sack up and start doing pickup. Anyway, but if I come back at like 2 and I've had 4 or 5 drinks or something, like I'll probably go to the gym the next day. Uh, but yeah, if I'm really hungover, I won't go. Timothy V, my assumption is that you only enjoy applicable literature and not so much fiction. What is applicable literature? Like the classics, like The Great Gatsby or something? Like the books they forced you to read in high school? Uh, no. Oh, applicable. Oh, you mean like nonfiction? Got it. Got it. Yeah. I don't read fiction anymore. I used to read a lot of fiction, as I mentioned earlier, the Doom books, right? Don't read so much fiction anymore. Prefer to consume my fiction in the form of anime, as nerdy as that sounds. But I really like anime because the worlds are so complex normally, and there's so much depth there. Even in like I'm watching One Piece now, right? I'm like 150 something episodes in, and like fine, it's not the most like mature anime. It's kind of for little kids, or at least where I am currently in the series. It's like 900 episodes. But there's so many different characters, like so many different worlds. It's just that I'm always surprised when I watch it. And I'm like, wow, what's going to happen next? And reading is good, but if you're like in terms of reading, I will read nonfiction generally if I read anything. So that is true. Timothy V, you are correct. Currently, I am reading 2 books, or there are 2 books on my list. One of them, whatever, I was going to write it down. One of them is called Try Giving Yourself Away by Dan Sons or something. I don't remember. Anyway, it's called Try Giving Yourself Away. It's about being a more giving person, not with money necessarily, but with like giving yourself, I guess, if that makes sense. Like, I don't want to reduce it to something as simple like doing favors or giving compliments or something like that, but it's kind of like all of that stuff bundled together. Just giving of yourself, right? It's a very amazing book. Like it's encouraging me to be a better person. And the other one is How to Make Your First 100 Million by Dan Pena or Pena. I'm not sure how you say his name. I want to say Pena. Haven't started that one yet, but I'm very impressed with him based on one video that I did. But yeah, and if I'm looking for a book, generally what I'll do is I'll look at the New York Times bestseller list for like the business books, right? Those are generally very good. Like I'll look for newer books, and then what I'll do is I'll look online and try and like find like a free PDF, right? Some of them are not good, but some of them are really good. Bad Blood. See, like I've never heard of any of these actually. Outliers, I've heard of that. That's old. Extreme Ownership, I've heard of that. I Will Teach You to Be Rich. I hate this guy Ramit Sethi. He's such a tool. Grit, haven't read it, or I read like 10 pages and I thought it was stupid. I just spit. Principles are Ray Dalio. I'm not impressed with Ray Dalio at all, as much as I hear this guy like being talked about. Radical Candor. I don't know. That sounds interesting. It's like what I'll do is I'll Google Radical Candor PDF. I'll try and find a PDF or something, or I'll go on Audible and I'll listen to the audiobook, which is good. Okay. You are introverted. Yes. Correct. Although I don't like these terms introvert, extrovert, right? Because like, what does that even mean? You are introverted, and I know there's this whole like definition, like, well, if you quote unquote, if when you like to rest, you like to stay by yourself and read books and play video games, then you're introverted. Whereas if you consider rest going out and partying, then you're extroverted. I don't know. Like I said, I don't like terms like this. I think it's much more situational than that. I'm not a big party animal, although I would like to be, as I've mentioned many times, when I finally sack up and like start actually doing pickup instead of just talking about it. We'll be going out more and we'll be talking to strangers more, let's call it. But in general, I think I've kind of overcome my introvertedness as a result of doing sales for so many years. Because in kiosk sales, you are kind of paid proportionally to how extroverted you are and how happy you make people feel. So when that is the case, you're kind of naturally rewarded for being friendly and outgoing. So it's very good training. And I still use tons of stuff that I learned during my time at that job or those jobs in the real world, in my day-to-day life, far more beneficial than anything I ever learned in university or school or like really anywhere else. So am I introverted? I don't know. I don't think so. I bet you be drinking vodka instead of water all the time, lol, and you probably live in a mansion full of bad bitches. No, I definitely, like, both of those are not true, although I wish they were true someday. What I want to do, I want to eventually go intern for RSD and work for RSD in LA. That's like, you guys want to know my like, let's call it a 1-year plan or 2-year plan. Basically now go to Vietnam, make more videos, work on this, like, I have this like email marketing deal that I'm doing now for a client. Hopefully that will make some money, and I will probably get, like, I'm already getting referrals for like other people who want to do this. So unless I somehow like manage to screw it up, like that will hopefully lead to some sort of income for me. So there for 3 months, and then this pickup coaching that I signed up for, I want to do that for 3 months, and then I want to go to Vegas and live in Vegas for like 6 months and do the RSD immersion program for like 6 months, I think, or 3 months. I don't know, whatever, however long I feel like I need there. And then I want to go to LA. So we'll call that a 1-year plan, right? We'll see if that happens. I don't know. I kind of really want it to happen, but I need some sort of income for that to happen. And like, yeah, I make a little bit from YouTube, but like $300 a month that'll like keep me alive in Asia, eating like street food and living in hostels, which is fine. I don't mind, but I have other, for you it probably sounds cool because you don't do it all the time, but I've been like, it's been my life for a long time. I'm like, I want to do something a little bit different. But yeah, no, wrong. Assume you really don't like the attention you get. Also wrong. I really like it. That's what keeps you going as a YouTuber, right? It's not necessarily like why else would people do this? Really? Why else would you spend all this time recording a video and talking to yourself? I'm talking to myself in a room right now is what I'm doing, right? You think I'm talking to you because you're watching this video, but what am I actually doing right now? If somebody walked in the room, they'd be like, what are you doing? Why are you talking to yourself? Who are you talking to? But the reason I do this, and I assume the reason every YouTuber does this, is because they like the attention. That's all it is, don't like the attention. Are you kidding me? If I just recorded these videos for myself and like kept them on my computer and didn't share them, like I wouldn't do this. I do this because I want people to watch them. I want people to engage with me. I want people to interact with me. I want people to talk to me, let's talk, you know what I mean? I could talk all day to everybody. It doesn't matter to me. Just like, let me rest, let me work out a little bit, and let me eat sometimes and sleep. And that's really it. I just like talking, I don't know, and engaging with people. Yeah, really don't like the attention. No, I like it. I like it a lot. I check, I work online, and like I always have, like, you see all these tabs I always have open, always have a couple of my analytics tabs open, right? Always have the comments tab open. As much as I know that's a bad idea, because like I don't want to be checking the comments all day and the analytics all day, cause like it's very addictive, and I don't want to do that. I'd rather be productive instead of like checking my analytics like 20 times a day, which is terrible. But I probably just need to be more productive, honestly. Like, I'm not doing enough. 9 inches. Only 9 inches, bro? Really? Like, come on. You think I'm that small? Like, really, dog? Like, no, yeah. 9 inches, bro. I wish 9 inches. Damn. I wish. I don't know. I probably shouldn't say. Definitely not 9 inches. That'd be nice, though. But you know what I want to do? So there used to be this website. I wonder if it's still around. It's called Good Looking Loser. Wonder if this guy still has this website up. Yeah, so it's still up. So this guy did what I'm trying to do, but like 8 years ago, like old school blogger, right? Talks about steroids, talks about picking up girls, talks about, now he's a little bit older. I think he's like my age. Talks about like making money. I don't think he updates his blog anymore, but he has on here like a guide to like penis enhancement, or like growing your penis or something. And he's got like all of these like exercises and like something called a bath mate, which is, anyway, there's all these like things that you can do to like make your dick bigger. And not only that, anyway, the reason I'm talking about this is because he like took pictures of his dick and like showed the improvement after like 6 months. And it like, if you can believe him, like his dick grew like an inch, right? That's, an inch is not going to make a big deal really for anybody, right? But compared to whatever you have now, an additional inch is great. I'd love another inch, you know what I mean? So anyway, I just thought about that. I don't think he updates this anymore. Yeah, April 23rd, 2018. So thank you, Michael Fenwick. I'm glad I give up that vibe. I give off a 9-inch vibe. I wonder what I have to do to get it to like the 12-inch vibe. You were born a man. Very observant, Andre P. That's good. Are you saying I resemble a woman now? Is that what you're saying? You must be from 4chan. Yes, I was born a man, or I was actually born a baby, and I grew into a young boy, and then a adolescent male, and then a young man, and then a man. I guess I'm an adult now. I don't feel like an adult. Clearly don't dress like an adult either. But yes, I was born a man. Great contribution. Darren Fallows, I assume you posted this picture to get more views. Yes, obviously. Why did I post this picture of this girl? Somebody sent me a video. I don't remember who it was, but one of the people who regularly watch my videos, they sent me this video, and they were like, "Oh, you should do a video like this where you ask people for their assumptions about you, and then you like post a video where you address them." And this girl is like, I actually recorded a video of her. It should be coming out in a couple days. Or it'll probably already be out by the time you guys watch this. I don't know, whatever. Anyway, she's like a professional, like hot Instagram girl or something, is the best way I can describe it. And she got like thousands of replies, obviously. So I watched this video and posted this picture because, like, what am I going to post a picture of myself? Like, I got to take a selfie now? Like, I'm not as hot as this girl. So anyway, it seems to have worked. It's got like 20 replies on this, which is a lot more than I thought I would get. Is that the last one? I wonder. No, you joined the army because you were bored with life. Yes, that's very true. Have I not said this before? I wouldn't say I joined the army because I was bored with life. My desire to join the army when I did and the way that I did was not so much that I was bored with life. It was that I wanted some sort of adventure in my life, some new, unpredictable adventure that would take me out of your like average modern day typical life that most people live, which as far as I understood it back then was like finish high school, go to college, get a job, get married, have kids, die. That's it. That's what I saw life was like for most people. And that's what I saw. Not only, that's just what's expected of you. That's like what people expect you to do. And I was like, I don't want to do that. It sounds terrible. Like, what about all these cool science fiction fantasy books that I read when I was growing up where all these people go on adventures? I want to go do that instead. You know what I mean? A lot of them, it's like a lot of like military stuff, a lot of like fighting, a lot of like warrior stuff. So it was cool. It appealed to me. Does that mean I was bored with life? I guess you could say that. I just wanted to do something more interesting. Going, like, if you're from LA, I don't know, I was from LA, like, I'm going to go to college in LA, go to, like, state college, like, no social life whatsoever, other than, like, occasionally talking to the same people that I talked to from high school, like, nothing against them, they're watching this or anything, but, like, how boring. It's so boring. The army was also extremely boring, by the way. But yeah, so I guess that's correct. We could give you a point on that one. You do not enjoy poetry, live acoustic guitar, art that doesn't, quote, talk or scream about girls, money, and fame. The deeper the I have better things to consume my time on, not assumption, working out is included. So do not use it like better thing to consume your time. It's like food, the normal, right? So yeah. I guess I'll take these one by one. Poetry, do not enjoy poetry. Most poetry I do not enjoy. I think is trite and unimaginative and self-indulgent. Most poetry, as most poets also are those things. They have an inflated sense of their artistic ability, let's call it. However, one poet who's not really a poet, who's a philosopher, who wrote incredible poetry was Nietzsche. And the book that he wrote was Thus Spake, or Spoke, sometimes it's Spake, Zarathustra. One of the best books I've ever read. Incredible. I used to quote this book, like, this is the type of book, like, most of it is quotable. It's like incredible. It's like quote after quote after quote, if you understand it. Yeah, incredible book. One of the best books I've ever read, and it's poetry. So, amazing. Definitely go read this. It's incredible. Do I like poetry, like other poetry? Not really. No, I think it's kind of a joke. Acoustic guitar, live acoustic guitar? No, I think anybody who plays the guitar is not a douchebag, but like anytime I'm like sitting around and some guy like brings out a guitar and like gives it like the strum, I'm like, oh God, I like groan. I'm like, oh God damn it. Like, here we go. And I gotta like listen to this guy play the guitar. Although I should learn because girls love that shit. It's like their clothes just like come off like when some guy plays a guitar around them. Art that doesn't talk or scream about girls. Like, you're saying I don't like art about girls that's not about girls? Yeah, I do. I can appreciate art that's not about girls. Like, I just like things that look good. You know what I mean? I'm not about to like look at some like quote unquote abstract art, some fucking squares and squiggles and be like, oh my gosh, the artist was so unique. Like, no, like show me something that looks cool. That makes me think, wow, that's awesome. You know what I mean? Like, one thing that I really like, I'll show you guys this. This is weird. This is what I consider to be cool art. Nazi unicorn. Yeah. Cat riding Nazi unicorn. This right here. This is incredible. I want this on my wall. Actually, like unironically want this on my wall. Like, how awesome is this, right? I guess like a unicorn, a Nazi unicorn, okay? A cat with a top hat and a monocle and a cigar, rainbow flames, killing a zombie, other Nazi unicorns like flying around. Like, how badass is this? This is incredible. I actually want this on my wall. Like, really, I want to frame this. Like, I actually do. People think I'm a Nazi, but I'm Jewish, so I get a pass. You know what I mean? Incredible. Like, actually incredible. I like this. This is cool art to me. But, like, what most people consider art, I think, is also a joke. Falls under the same category as poetry. What other assumptions did you have about me? Girls, money, and fame. I think you think I'm, like, this, like, wannabe, like, Kanye West, like, in my, like, fur coat. I do like fur coats. But just because, like, I'm obviously not like a rapper with a gold chain. So for like your average like white guy to like wear a fur coat is kind of cool. You know what I mean? As far as fame, I see fame as a means to an end, so I won't have to get a real job. Money, clearly not good with money, and I don't really spend my money. Like, I spend most of my budget goes to food, really. The deeper the quote, I have better things to consume my time on. I'm not sure what that means. Are you talking about how I say, like, you guys watch too much YouTube and have too much time on your hands, and that's why I don't watch YouTube? That's true. I think you guys watched way too much YouTube. I never watch YouTube, unless it's to record a video. Occasionally, here and there. Not assumption. Working out is included, so do not use it like better thing to consume your time. It's like food. So you're saying, like, working out is just natural for me, it's like eating food is natural, I think is what you mean. That's true, although I haven't worked out in a week, so I'm like, want to give myself enough time to get over this like infection that I had. But yeah, I'll be going to the gym today, hopefully. Anyway, I don't really understand the rest of this comment, but I think I got it, right? Please play the videos at 1.5 speed. 2 times speed is too fast to comprehend what the person is saying. Not all of us have English as our first language. Thanks, man. Yeah, Doron, sorry, akhi, but like, no. If the videos are too boring, I'm not about to sit through them at 1.5 speed, which is honestly too slow for me at this point. I know I should, and a lot of my recent videos, I've been watching it like 3 or 4 times speed if they're really boring. But just because like the videos are so boring and these people don't actually say anything, that I don't feel like I need to watch them. I don't need to listen to what they have to say. I already know what they're going to say, and I already know that what they're going to say is either dumbed down for like your average mainstream retarded YouTuber, or it's just wrong, and like I can see where it's going, so I like want to like speed it through so that I can say what I want to say, which actually, now that I hear myself say that, sounds very selfish, but whatever, is what it is. So I'm gonna say no. If you have trouble understanding, you can turn on subtitles if you want, or closed captions is what they're called. You could try and read them, or I encourage you, like you see this headset that I have, this makes it much easier to understand. Like if I were to watch these videos on my computer without this headset, it might be a little bit more difficult. But even if you have just like some earphones, like basic earphones, you don't need like anything like this, just like literally like any earphones put in your ear, it'll help you understand it. Angela, carry on. My assumptions about you are that once you make up your mind about something, it's really hard to change your mind. I wish, dog. I wish. I'm like, not fickle, but, well, you know, it depends. Like some things, when I set my mind to it, I'll do it. You know, like for example, this YouTube channel, right? Like how many videos do I make? Like how deeply have I dove into this, and like put out 150 videos a month, and like literally spend like 40-50 hours a week on this doing something. So in that regard, yes. And I would say, like, ever since I had that business in Australia in 2017, I am much better at sticking to something. But like I change my mind all the time, you know? Like you see how hard it was for me to like decide to go to Vietnam or Israel. Like I was like agonizing over it, you know what I mean? And even now that I've decided and I've got my flight in like an hour, well, I have to go now. Like, too late now to like change, but like I could get to Vietnam and like change my mind again. Yeah, but I'm like, yeah, whatever. Anyway, yeah, I mean, no. And I think even if you watch my videos, right, like I do question a lot of my opinions occasionally. If I'm watching a video, like, you know, about shit, I gotta plug in my computer. How many more of these are there? 3 more. All right, I should be fine. Yeah, so basically, sometimes. I mean, I question my own opinions sometimes. So I don't know if that means that when I make up my mind, I stick to it. Beatrice Aceton, assumptions about you is that you take time to make up your mind, but once you do, you move forward without excitation. That's funny. It's kind of the opposite. Oh, you guys all wrote about making decisions. Interesting. Take time to make up your mind, but once you do, you move forward without excitation. It depends. Sometimes I make decisions quickly. Sometimes I make decisions and it takes more time. I would say it probably takes me more time than I would like to make a decision. With a lot of things, I wish that I would stop procrastinating. Like, I draw a lot of parallels to other things from fitness, right? It's like a lot of people out there, you're not fit, you're not in shape, you're fat, whatever, and you're like, I'm going to start getting fit when this happens. I'm going to go to the gym when this happens. I'm going to eat healthy when this happens, right? You're like waiting for the perfect time. I have stuff that I do that with too. I just don't do it with fitness, you know what I mean? So like, in those other areas, I just happen to be talking about fitness, like on my channel, and health, like all the time. So like it seems like I'm very decisive and I know stuff, and like I'm confident about what I say, and like blah blah blah, because I'm talking literally about the one part of my life that I have mastered. I guess you could say. Carolina Pakula, first assumption, making quick decisions is difficult for you, and before you finally decide what to do, you sometimes change your mind several times. This is kind of like the last one I got. But I like to think that I can make quick decisions and that I don't need to agonize over every little detail. What I could use a little bit more help with, I guess, or what I could stand to improve, is making the few extremely important decisions that I've been putting off for a long time. But as far as like these little like micro decisions that I need to make, like I don't, I make them like instantly. Like you see how much I like to simplify my life. Like the small details don't really matter. What I need to do is I need to make the big changes that I talk about all the time. I think that was it. Yeah, cool. Anyway, thank you for everybody, all 20 of you or all the 20 comments that you asked me to, This was very fun. Was surprised that it would actually be so fun, or that so many people would respond. I guess you guys are pretty curious. If you guys have any other ideas for like cool videos like this, like ideas like this, basically, let me know. Leave me a comment. Peace.